Yeah. Just now, like he became greedy and ate away all the mangoes. Suddenly, he saw the guest coming towards the house. Oh no, what am I going to do now? There are no mangoes to serve to the guests. Think. Now see, now he was worried because he has finished eating all the mangoes. And now what would he serve to the guest? He was worried. There were no more mangoes. He started thinking. Suddenly, an idea struck him. He grabbed a rusty knife, rushed to his master, and said, I can't cut the mangoes. The knife is too blunt. Now, suddenly, an idea struck him, and he took a very rusty knife. Rusty means the knife is full of rust, and one is unable to cut anything out of it. So I can't cut the mangoes. He went to his master and found an excuse and told his master that he was unable to cut the mangoes. The knife is too blunt. I'll sharpen it, Gopal offered and went to the sharpening wheel in the garden shed. Now, Gopal really trusted him and he said, Okay, let me sharpen this knife. He went to the garden where the sharpening wheel was there in the garden shed. And then in that meantime, the servant ran out to meet the man who was coming. See, who is this man? Gopal's friend. He was coming, he was just entering the gate, and he made his master busy in sharpening the knife, and he himself rushed to the gate to greet his friend. Instead, he made him aware by shouting, Beware, beware, he said anxiously. Don't come to our house. He pleaded, My master has gone mad. He wants to cut off both your ears. Now see, he's such a cunning person. Since he had finished eating the mangoes, now what he would serve him. So he thought of an idea. He said, Beware, beware, don't come to my house. Don't come to our house, he pleaded. He requested. My master has gone mad. He wants to cut off both your ears. See, he just lied. Gopal's friend, don't come because his master, Gopal, has become mad and he wants to cut your ears. Cut my ears? Exclaimed the man, turning pale. Why? And the friend was very surprised. Why would he cut my ears? He was turning pale. He was getting nervous. Why? Yes, see, there is sharpening a knife, said the servant, pointing at his master. The man saw that his host did really have a knife in his hand and was sharpening it. He also had a very strange look on his face. Gopal was sincerely sharpening the knife. And when the friend saw a knife in his hand, in Gopal's hand, and after hearing the story from the servant that he's going to cut his ears, at the same time he saw a knife also, he really thought that his friend must have gone mad. And he did not realize that he was sharpening the knife, but he really thought and he believed the servant that he is going to cut his ears. And while he was sharpening, he was concentrating on it, and he had a very strange look on his face. So Gopal's friend thought that it must be true only, that he's gone mad and he would cut his ears. I'm not going in there, he told the servant firmly, and turning around quickly, started walking as fast as he could. And the friend was very scared. He said, Okay, I will not go there, and started returning back as fast as he could. The servant rushed back to the master and told him that the guest had run away with him. Now the servant was so cunning. When the guest left, that moment only he rushed to his master Gopal and told, You know what has happened? Your friend has ran away with the mangoes. He just lied. What? Said his master, horrified. The greedy fellow, has he taken all the mangoes? And Gopal really believed his servant. He said, That greedy fellow, has he taken all the mangoes? And servant said, Yes, said the servant. Gopal, with his knife still in his hand, ran after the man, shouting, Please give me one at least. Now Gopal was already holding a knife in his hand, isn't it? So while sharpening the knife, he took the knife in his hand and ran after his friend. He thought, Let me take away the mangoes from him. He did not have the intention to cut his ears, but his main intention was to get back the mangoes. So, please give me one at least. He was asking the mangoes. The other man thought that he was asking for one of his ears and he ran for his life. And his friend, who had already heard the story from the servant that he was mad and was going to cut his head, so that thing, he was thinking of that only. And when Gopal was asking for one, please give me one, he thought that he's asking for one ear, at least one ear give me. And this was the story. See how the servant fooled both of them. He fooled Gopal as well as Gopal's friend. And now the children, after hearing this story, the children laughed and laughed as Grandpa mimicked the man holding onto his ears and running away. Now the children were laughing, and Grandpa copied how someone speaks, moves, behaves to make others laugh. So, and running away. I can't stop laughing, said Ashraf. Now, Ashraf is also one of the students. After hearing this story, he also said, I can't stop laughing. And now for the riddle. Has anyone thought of the answer? Asked Grandpa. Now, there was a riddle. Remember, at the beginning of the chapter, Grandpa asked a riddle. Yes, I have. And Meena was one of the student. She said, yes, I have. Meena said excitedly, I think you meant he saw a man go. Remember, he has split the words and said man, and after that he used the word go. So that comes to mango, which means he bought an apple. Brilliant thinking, Meena. Let's clap for her, said Grandpa. So Grandpa was very happy with Meena's answer. She could answer very correctly. And for you, Grandpa, they all chorused. So they all spoke together. They all were happy. And what do you learn from the story? Asked Grandpa. Now, Grandpa asked the students, can you all tell me what is the moral of the story? The moral of the story is that don't do bad things and you won't have to tell lies. Zoe observed promptly. Grandpa was happy that they'd understood the story. Now, they all answered that if we do bad things and if we want to hide, we have to keep on telling lies. So, it's better that we always follow the right path and do good things, never tell lies. So, Zoe also was one of the students. He observed promptly. He answered, and Grandpa was very happy that the students understood the story. So is it clear, students? I hope you all are clear with it. Now there are word meanings given here in this chapter. Chimed in, anxiously, pleaded, turning pale, horrified, mimicked. So this you will write down in your exercise copy, and also you will read the story and learn all the difficult spellings. Thank you, students. Stay safe and have a nice day.